Grandma Yuki's Threads of Love. Imagine a beloved doll, filled with memories, suddenly damaged by a storm. What would you do if that happened to you? As you imagine how to restore something so precious, let's enter the story of a cheerful little girl in a small village in Japan named Aki. Aki was very close to her grandmother Yuki, a kind and wise woman. Grandma Yuki had a special talent for sewing and mending with a traditional technique called Sashiko. With her needle and thread, she would often repair old clothes or torn fabric, making them beautiful again with intricate, delicate patterns. To Aki, Sashiko was just something her grandmother was skilled at, but she hadn't yet understood the deeper meaning behind it. One day, a big storm swept through their village. Heavy rain and strong winds caused a lot of damage to homes and belongings, including Grandma Yuki's flower garden. The flowers they had cared for together were now uprooted and scattered. Aki's heart sank as she saw their garden in ruins, but what saddened her most was finding her beloved cloth doll, Haru, left outside during the storm. The doll was soaked, torn, and its colours had begun to fade. Aki picks up Haru with trembling hands, her eyes filling with tears. She whispers to herself, "Oh, Haru, what happened to you?" With tears in her eyes, Aki brought the damaged Haru to Grandma Yuki. "Grandma," she said, her voice trembling, "can you fix Haru? I don't want to lose her." Grandma Yuki smiled gently and stroked Aki's head. "Of course, my dear. Haru will be as good as new, maybe even more beautiful than before." Grandma Yuki began carefully repairing Haru with her Sashiko technique. Aki watched as the needle and thread moved slowly, creating tiny, beautiful patterns over the torn areas on Haru's fabric. Every stitch seemed so deliberate, as if Grandma Yuki was weaving love and care into the doll. As she worked, Grandma Yuki said, "Aki, do you know why Sashiko is so special? With each stitch we add hope and love. We repair what is broken not to hide the scars but to honor the journey it's been through." Aki listened closely. "What do you mean, Grandma?" she asked. Grandma Yuki paused and looked at Haru, who was nearly restored. "This doll, Haru, has a story. She has been with you through many happy and sad memories. These tears are part of her tale. With Sashiko, we don't erase her marks, we add new beauty to them, making her stronger and more meaningful." Aki started to understand. Each stitch was not just mending fabric, but a reminder that nothing in life is perfect, and sometimes damage can lead to new beauty. She saw the patterns now adorning Haru, patterns filled with love, reminding her of the storm that had passed and her grandmother's enduring kindness. When Grandma Yuki finished, Haru looked different. Blue and white Sashiko patterns adorned her body, making her more beautiful than before. Aki hugged Haru with a heart full of gratitude. She realized that Haru wasn't the same, but she was even more precious. Now, every stitch on the doll was a symbol of her grandmother's love. From that day on, Aki began learning Sashiko from Grandma Yuki. She learned not only how to sew but also how to accept and appreciate imperfections. Through Sashiko, Aki understood that scars and loss could become part of a beautiful life story, and we can mend them with love and sincerity. Aki grew up to be a caring and spirited young woman. Whenever something broke, she always remembered her grandmother's lesson that behind every repair, there is a love that never fades.